So welcome to the next episode of Take a Landscape in Puerto Rico. All right, so since I won the last competition against Lee, we're gonna mix things up a little bit. And today I'm going to be challenging another local photographer. His name is Josh Rossi, and Josh is an incredible commercial photographer. He does a lot of like movie poster stuff, and you've probably seen some of his images on his Instagram. So as you can see, we are in a completely different location. I don't really know where we are on the island, but apparently this place is surrounded by 60 different caves. Josh just pulled up, so let's find out what we're in for. Everybody, this is Josh Rossi, and yes, you've been on the island for a while, right?
Yeah, about 3 years.
Awesome, and so you have an upper hand in this.
I do.
Have you been to this location before?
I haven't, this is totally new.
Do you have any idea what we're doing?
Kind of. We're gonna go to a cave and just photograph.
Okay, so that's plenty of information right there. So the rules are very simple. There's absolutely no rules. So we've been kind of treating this as a landscape competition, but I know your work, you have all kinds of crazy stuff in your photo. You have a secret weapon.
I have a secret weapon.
What's in that backpack?
Well, half of it's in the backpack, half of it's over there.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan for this?
I haven't even thought about this. I have no idea what we're doing.
All right.
But I'm in for a good competition, so
no
friendly fist pump.
No friendly fist bumps. I'm gonna destroy you. So
gosh,
just
here we go.
So this is my secret weapon, my daughter Nellie. Now we've done a bunch of viral photo shoots, so people know her. So this is cheating a little bit, but we're gonna destroy Patrick. So people think she's super cute and she's done super fun shoots. So I'm gonna use her. I don't know how, but it'll be fun.
You see this? He brought his daughter. She's like uber famous. He's gonna put her in a superhero costume. I know it. It's gonna be like Tarzan, female Tarzan or something. So I'm starting to realize why your daughter's here, Josh.
Yeah.
You just had to bring her in this, didn't you?
I did.
Can you not stand on your own photography?
I'm a very competitive person. I'll do anything to win.
This humidity's starting to get to me. I can't think straight when I'm this hot.
You have a mosquito spray?
Only because you said there's diseases we can get.
Chikungunya or dengue?
Chikungunya.
Chikungunya.
Dengue. Zika.
I think I got dengue.
This photo shoot just got a whole lot more serious.
We're not even to the cave yet, but this is crazy. There's like, it feels like Jurassic Park. There's all these huge rocks and caves. It's awesome, super excited.
I got one wet shoe. I didn't bring the moon boots. All right, so we've just gotten to the top of this hill, and it appears that there's two paths that we go to, each one leading to its own cave. So perhaps we should flip a coin and see who goes left and who goes right. I don't have a coin.
So it's a horrific idea.
I'm gonna flip this lens cap. If it lands on Tamaran, I go right. Go.
Oh.
I go left. Are you prepared to see what's in here? This is gonna be so cool.
How about the light?
I have a light. Wow, Nelly, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. It's so big. There's light. Do you see over there? There's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm excited.
I'm not excited.
You're not excited.
I'm so scared.
Do you know what we have in this backpack? It's your secret weapon. Nobody knows here. Nobody's even seen it before.
What is your name?
Nelly.
Are you confident? Are you gonna beat Patrick?
Yeah.
Are you excited to go in the cave?
No.
All right, okay,
How about the flashlight?
Oh yeah, let's turn on the flashlight. Okay, there you go. So you can guide us, okay?
I have the world's most expensive flashlight. This is the ProPhoto B10. I think this headlamp's not gonna work, so let's use this. Let's go explore this thing.
It's okay, I'm holding your hand. There's nothing scary here. Look how cool this is. Isn't this so awesome? Oh my gosh. This is the coolest thing ever.
Oh my gosh. It's huge.
Look at this, Nelly. Holy cow.
Oh wow, this goes all the way. Okay, this is a real cave.
I love it. It's cool, huh, Nelly? Look, it's all bright. Isn't this insane?
So I like this cave. I just think it's so big and dark that I'm having a hard time really visualizing what I could do in here.
Let's go get dressed over here, Nelly. Let's go get dressed over here.
I'm actually leaning towards going back to the other cave only because it has more elements that will register well in a picture. but oh my gosh, I feel like I'm the beginning of like a sci-fi movie and we're gonna go down and find the alien beast.
I don't like fire.
Where's the spider? I don't see a spider.
It's just like room after room. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Holy shit.
So this is my secret weapon right here. Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and she's gonna destroy Patrick because she's so cute and pretty, and look at this dress, just absolutely amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. It's gonna be exciting.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Ah! What's that? Just jump out the wall!
Oh my gosh.
Crazy!
Oh, I can see the tentacles. I have a feeling that Josh is probably taking a cute picture of his daughter, and I'm hiking through the depths of hell right now.
So I have a concept for this. First of all, obviously she's in the dress, it's gonna be cute and everything, but I have a little lantern, and I'm going to have her maybe go in like a little bit dark spot and hold the lantern kind of like she's discovering something. And I thought it'd be cool because it's like a princess inside of a cave. I shouldn't say princess too loud, this is still a secret. She's inside of a cave looking for stuff, maybe she's lost. So that's the main idea.
Do you hear that? It sounds like bats. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine Josh is using these in his photos. There's no way his daughter is gonna be hanging out in a bat cave. I don't know that I wanna photograph this, only because I'd be shooting this in complete darkness. I don't know if these things like spin webs, like could you imagine if this thing just falls down in front of me or goes down my shirt? There's really just nothing to photograph in here. It's so pitch black and it's muddy. I've taken a couple test shots, but I think the better shot is gonna be over in the cave that Josh is in.
First, let's go around and let's see what a good spot is gonna be, okay? So you just hold that up. So I'm gonna try to shoot with ISO, maybe like 200, just as low as I can here. Bring shutter speed to like 1/100th. Yeah, this is actually super cool. So basically how it looks is I'm exposing for the background right now, where it's super bright. Exposing for the background, and then the light here is just gonna light her up. And I'll do some adjustments in Photoshop. Hold it up, okay, hold it up. I know it's heavy, hold it up. No, the other hand. Look over there like you're looking for something.
I'm looking for the beast.
You're looking for the beast, oh.
I'm kind of faced with a dilemma here. I thought I could do some kind of grand landscape photograph, but as pretty as this is, I don't know that you really get a sense of scale. Now, I imagine that Josh is gonna be using his daughter. I think she's too short to be an assistant. So I think he's on the right track. I think bringing this cave to life would really help by having a subject matter in your picture. I'm sure he's gonna do something fairy tale or Disney. We have Robert here who is a caver, and this is his job. He brought us to this cave. At this point, I don't know what else to do. I don't have props. I didn't come prepared for this, so we'll see how this turns out.
All right, so I'm gonna get the tripod here because I'm having to go down to like 1/100th of, or for shutter speed, so let's see if we can go a little bit lower with the tripod. So we're using this constant light. Usually I use strobes, but you know, I use strobes when I'm like compositing stuff, but you can always use a constant light, and I'll show some cool ways that we're gonna use this. We're gonna have this right next to her face, and then I think I'm gonna put it in different areas to like light up the cave. You know, you can kind of light paint, so maybe I'll put it on a like long shutter and just paint around to get some detail. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, hold this, Nelly.
So I'm shooting once again with the Nikon D850. This is the same camera that I used before. I also brought the Tamron 15 to 30 millimeter lens. I do have a 24 to 70 in my bag, but I think shooting wide in this cave is good because it makes it look much larger than life. So my game plan is I'm going to lock the camera down on a tripod, and then I'm gonna hand Robert our Pro Photo light, and I'm going to take a bunch of images with the Pro Photo firing towards the camera. That's going to backlight this entire scene and make it look really dramatic. And then in post-production, I can paint in the elements of the cave that I want bright, and I can leave some of the elements that I want dark.
That's super cute. So here's my settings. I'm at shutter speed 1/40th, ISO 200, and f4.
Now, the nice thing working with a tour guide who's also a photographer is they bring some really cool gear. So this is just a simple light panel. I think this is about the size of a sheet of paper. And unlike the Pro Photo light, which is very small and harsh, this one's gonna be a lot softer. I didn't bring any light modifiers. I guess I could take off my t-shirt and use that, but you guys would be upset with that. So instead, what I'm going to do is something a little unconventional. I'm going to use this light panel to light paint Robert, and my thought is if I can do a 1 or 2 second long exposure, I can put the light exactly where I want on the front of his face and then quickly sweep the entire back of his body. I want to light him so that the back is lit primarily because he's backlit with the light painting shots that I did previously, but I still want some nice light on the front of him. I think this light panel is going to be perfect for that. All right, so we got Robert in place. I have my camera set into self-timer mode. I've set the timer to a 10-second delay. And then one little trick you can do on the Nikon is you can set it to shoot 3 to 9 images. And then I'm gonna be able to light paint him for 1 full second, and I'm gonna be able to do that 3 times to help guarantee that I get a nice sharp image. The trick to this is Robert can't move at all while I do this.
Look right there. Pretend like you're trying to find beast, okay? Yeah, and you can just stay in one spot, right there. Hold it up and look, like you're searching for the beast, out here. No. Stay in, no, hold on. Yeah, and just look there, go, oh, like you see the beast right there. Oh, go. Okay, no, but don't move. Okay, I'll let you do other ones. I just need to get this shot. This is what's gonna beat Patrick. Okay, you don't wanna do that? We're working with kids here, so it's insane to try to get a good shot. Now go, oh. Okay, now look off this way and lift it up. With the other hand, can you lift with the other hand?
All right, so the first couple are way too bright, but then I got the exposure perfect just by dialing down the LED light. And as you can see in these frames, I mean, I'm doing this huge swooping motion. If we zoom in, let's hope he's nice and sharp. Robert, you did a great job. These look good. So I think I can just take one of these as the base image, remove the light panel from the frame, and then bring in some of the backlight that I used with the strobe, and I should be able to create a pretty dramatic shot without doing a whole lot of Photoshop. I'm just going to combine a few exposures.
So I'm gonna hold the light in certain places just to make it more flattering, and we'll just do a bunch of faces to see what we can get. Okay, Nelly, so hold your arm up. Just hold your arm up just like that. Bend it a little bit. Go, let's try a few more. Okay, go. Now go down like this, like you're looking around the corner. But let me see your face more. See, I'm moving the light around like this. I'm gonna get a little bit more down here. So I'm gonna composite that in, stay still, Nelly. Good.
Now the final thing I'm gonna have Robert do while he's in place, I'm just gonna have him flare the camera with his little light. And I think I can blend in this light flare into the image just to make it look a little more dramatic and have a little bit more character.
Now I'm just getting lighting around her dress. Because this is such a small light, it's like, it's only lighting up certain parts of her, so that's kind of why I'm kind of like light painting. I'm bringing this around down here and bringing this up here. So I took photos of her first, and now I'm shooting the background plate. And this is just in case the original background doesn't work. But also at the same time, I'm going to light the background separately. So try to create some cool looks. You know, I'm gonna bring this around and maybe light up here and around. I always get a lot of extra shots just in case my original idea didn't work. 30% of the time, something that I think I'm not gonna use, I actually use, and that's the final image. So that's why I'm always taking random shots. Who knows what's gonna work, so. Okay, so I think we're done. We got all the shots. I think we killed Patrick. We're gonna pack up all of our stuff. We're gonna go see Patrick. We're gonna see if we just totally destroyed him.
Yeah, and we can beat them.
Beat him!
Beat them.
I think we will. Okay.
Let me tell you.
What?
We can beat him and we can destroy him.
Okay, but in a nice way.
In the nicest way possible, okay?
So how confident do you think you are in this?
The fact that she's in it, she's super cute, we might win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm confident in.
How much of your image is done?
I'm probably like 56% done. Here's the thing, people have been like, Photoshop is not photography. Maybe this is irrelevant, but.
No, I think that's what they're gonna be upset to hear you say, yeah.
They're gonna be pissed. You know, like everything we're doing is photos, so like at what point does it cut to digital art? I don't know.
I don't think it matters, it's just, you know,
It's
is it a
just-
cool picture?
Yeah, totally. Whatever's like most attractive, I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
so.
your daughter's very attractive. And
So she wins.
I don't know how attractive my
These are
image is,
different.
so. So we'll post both images on Fstoppers, and then the community will rate them without knowing who took them. All right, so we're back here in the studio. We've had time to edit and composite our photos. And this is the first time we're going to be revealing the photos to each other. So we have them here on the iPad, and I guess I'm going to go first.
All right.
This is my before shot, and I guess if you scroll to the right, you can see what the final shot became, and I can kind of walk through what I did here.
So, dude, first of all, I said this to Lee right before we started. I thought this was the final image, the before, and I was like, dang, that's really good.
Yeah, it gets better.
And then you're like,
it gets worse for you as we go.
All right, go.
My thought here was, if you watched the video, you knew I told you I think I was just going to do a landscape photo. But then I saw you brought your daughter, and I knew you had an outfit or something. I wasn't quite sure what you did, and I said, you know, every landscape photo I'm taking of this cave doesn't show how grand it is without somebody in it. And I didn't really like the look of the outside of the cave, and so everything I did was just failing. And I was like, you know, we got Robert here who's our guide, and I said, what if I took a really cool portrait of him that he could use? So I said, well, why don't I get Robert in there? And then so I feel like I kind of started to do something maybe you would have done. I started taking a portrait of a person in the cave, and then as you'll see going to the after, I've composited quite a bit of this. One thing that I wanted to do was Robert had this really cool LED light, and I know in the video I had the ProPhoto B10, and I knew our audience would give me shit if I used this really expensive strobe light. So I said, what if I do something that's totally different, and what if I used a hot light to light paint him? And that way no one could give me crap about using a really expensive light. I actually used a cheap LED light to light him. But what made this difficult was because I was not behind the camera, it was very hard for me to see his expression and what he was doing, and he had to stay still for like, I don't know if this was 3 or 5 seconds.
Wow, so that's a long exposure of him.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang sharp. Dude, he must have been staying really freaking
He was
still.
really still, but like I said, I don't know that I love his pose, but I wasn't quite sure I knew what he should be doing. I didn't want him to be all Scooby-Doo and like investigating and scared, you know, but I wanted him to look confident, but I don't know that I really achieved that. So that's kind of my main problem I have with the image is, Robert, I don't think I quite got what I needed out of you. And when I took the picture, because that cave's so black, it was very hard to see what was going on in the frame. And so as you can see, I cut him out and made him larger. I feel like where I placed him initially, he was too small. It was like, it wasn't really about him as much as I wanted to in the final edit.
Yeah.
And of course I added the light beams and I shot some smoke here in the studio and added the flashlight and everything.
You shot smoke in the studio.
I did.
How do you? I mean, that's fine, right? Like I'm not against.
I thought
that.
you were gonna do a whole bunch of stuff.
No, I'm not against that, but I'm saying you shot smoke in the studio. I want like a black.
Yeah, so we have a smoke machine here that I just bought at Walmart. It's like $30. And if you scroll one more over, this is the idea I was initially going for. So my initial thought was if I leave the camera on a tripod, I can light paint the entire cave. And this was the first edit I started to do, and then the next day when I came back to it, I said, this is too over the top. This is what a photographer would do. And if I wanted to add the smoke, everything's so lit up behind it, there would be no way to make the smoke illuminate the way that it should in the frame. So I wound up re-editing it so it's dark like this final image, and then I shot smoke in here against a black background, backlit it, and then I could layer it on top of the image to give the impression that, you know, he was in a smoky cave with a flashlight.
It's really good. I'm seriously impressed. I mean, so yeah, when we first met, you were just gonna do a landscape,
right.
And I was like so confident. I was like, he's just gonna do a landscape, like no compositing. I felt like it was gonna be like not unfair, but just totally different,
right?
Genres, like totally different. I was like, I'm gonna win because my daughter's really cute.
I still think that's probably going to be the case.
But now I'm really questioning because this is a really dang good image. I mean, everything about it, like it's so sharp, but the fact that you like really, you should do this professionally.
Well, I don't do a lot of composites like this, but I've worked with enough good photographers to know how it's done. So,
dude, this is so good.
And I probably spent 10 times more time than you would have on this.
Okay, well, this is super good. I'm beyond impressed. I mean, this is like.
I'm glad you're impressed because I guarantee our community, they're gonna have some hate for this image. They don't know who was in this contest. I just released the images last night, and I tried to play it down like neither Lee or I was a part of this one, but of course because I beat Lee last time, I'm gonna be in the next one.
It is really good. It's really good. I'm getting worried about.
Is there anything you don't like about this or anything that stands out?
like honestly, I think it is super good. I mean, like super high quality. I mean, with his pose, I mean, maybe it's because I'm more of like composite artist. I'm looking at all the details of the actual like cave and like the light source and everything. Like the effects are amazing. It's like really good. And then
one thing I always try to keep mindful of is where the light would be in the scene, and I think that's why the backlit cave is just too crazy, is it doesn't make any sense. I kind of think the way the light's hitting his face, there's really not a light source for that, so he probably would have been a little darker. But sometimes you have to, with photos, you just have to light in a way that it's not 100% realistic, but it allows you to see what you want the viewer to see.
Well, okay, so the thing that I like, and that's actually what I ran into with my photos. It was, so I shot with the light, it was backlit.
Let's just go to your photo right now.
So it was,
so here's your before.
Here's the before, and I actually shot one where it wasn't backlit, and I was really debating. I just didn't get a good pose with the one that wasn't backlit. And
when you say it wasn't backlit, you spun around
I spun around and I shot into the cave, and I did something similar to you where I was like light painting. And that would have been really cool because in post I ran into just massive issues with being backlit, and it was just too bright, and like she was in the cave. We can go to the after shot here. So she's in the cave with the light, and it still makes sense, but it would have been better, I think, if I shot with a darker background. Just exactly what you did. I wish I would have
That is the one thing that my eye goes to immediately in your picture, and this was the problem I was having with my landscape shots, was I've seen some landscape shots here in Puerto Rico as I'm scouting the internet, and they look incredible, but everything I was doing, it just had this nuclear green yellow look out there, and I was like, it just doesn't look right to me.
Yeah, I basically, so okay, let's talk about what I did here. So going on the before image, basically I shot her with, and this is just one of the before images. I basically took this constant light. It was just like a gold zero, like whatever light, and I basically was painting around here. I was on her face, I think, and then I put some light down by her dress, and then in a few other places with the cave.
So are you light painting with the actual prop that she was going to hold, or did you have a second light source?
No, with the actual prop, and so because she wasn't able to hold it and give a good face at the same time because it was kind of heavy, so I had her just fake her hand.
Interesting.
And then I just did some light painting. So then if you go to the after, then that's basically, you can see I got some light down on her
you did
dress.
Exactly what I said mine might fail at a little bit, is you have one light source in your frame that no, like I have flashlights that are going out into the distance, but somehow his face is still lit. You have a light right in front of her that is giving the appearance that everything is lit perfectly.
Yeah, my only regret now is like, gosh dang it, if I knew you were going to composite, and if I knew it was going to be that good, I would have scouted out a different location.
Oh, now the excuses come out, huh? Now, if I only knew you were going to not take a crap photo.
Okay, that's the point of the competition. Next time, I'm gonna just lie my face off to you and be like, it's gonna be the worst photo ever.
You're gonna have your own crew. You're gonna be like, I'm going off on my own. No one's gonna see what I'm doing.
Nobody's gonna see what I'm doing.
You're gonna bring all the Avengers. All the kids are gonna be there.
Like all of them. So I mean, look, I really think it's gonna be a good competition. I think what I have over you is the fact that I'm using a cute little girl with. So here's the thing. I think that your whole scene is really awesome. Like I think that you focused on the right things, like you focused, the focus is there, like it's just a stunning image. Whereas mine, it's more of like a cute image. So we'll see who the audience is. We'll see if people.
How did you shoot the lamp? You said she didn't like holding it?
So this was actually when I was turned behind and she was holding the lamp. So I did a bunch of shots with that. So then I just cut out the lamp and put that in there.
That's really cool that you shot and lit her with the actual prop that she was using.
Yeah, this was very difficult because it was like, man, just this backlit. Like when I got into Photoshop, at first it looked really cool, and I was like rushing, and okay, here to my not to my disadvantage, I should say. I was working with a kid, and so she was. Here is
a kid. It's his daughter.
No, here's the real
it's
issue.
Your daughter.
Here's the real issue. No excuses, but she was like, I took maybe like 5, 6 shots, and she was like, I'm hungry, I gotta go and do this. So it was really rushed. But if I were to have thought about it a little bit further, I probably would have shot in a different background. Well, I'm excited to see what people say about this.
They're gonna be harsh. I can already tell you.
You
that.
think they're gonna be harsh?
I think they're gonna be harsh.
I think they are gonna be harsh. I've got some.
So we can actually go to the Fstoppers website right now, and we can see for ourselves both the results and the comments.
All right.
They're gonna be like, I used to love Josh's work, but I just totally lost all respect for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we do it? Should we go to viewer results?
I'm nerve-wracked. Wait. Okay, so I'm clicking on the article right now. Hold on.
I'm gonna hit view results.
I'm nervous. This is the first time I was nervous. I thought I had this, but
the thing is
really
before I
surprised
look
me.
at this, I'm a little nervous because your daughter wanted to win this so bad.
What are you saying? Are you saying that we're gonna lose this?
No, I don't know. I feel better than I did leaving the day of. I thought for sure you were gonna blow me out of the water.
Okay,
I feel a little bit better now.
Okay, here's one thing I do want to say. Like after looking at some of the editing on mine, like I did the light on the wrong side of her. On one of these anyway. We maybe talk about it later, but let's.
That's not why you're gonna lose.
No,
Nobody's
I know.
gonna complain.
No, I know, but I'm being super picky
All
about
right,
my image.
so.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Are you
what
looking?
do we do? View results. You see it? Don't say anything. Photo 1 is the best. Photo 2. Ooh, you won.
Barely though.
You won.
We've done this before, and it's like 80-20. This was right at the moment. 57% are in favor of my image. 42 are in favor of yours.
My daughter's gonna destroy you.
Oh no. Are you gonna tell her?
Oh, I can't. I'll just show her the pictures. I'll just say, look.
We totally destroyed him.
I'll be like, you
Don't
won.
show her the poll.
Well, look. Congratulations. That was awesome. You totally surprised me.
I surprised myself, honestly. Like, I don't do this kind of work. I heard John Keatley say once, like, I had to shoot Ann Leibovitz, and he was like, don't try to do her style with her. And as I was editing this picture, I was like, here I am kind of doing your style.
Dude, well, see, here's the thing though. You don't do composites, right? Or do you know?
I mean,
like,
I Photoshop things in every now and then, and you know,
I did not know that you knew how to do composites, and you just blew me away. Like that was an awesome composite. So, good job.
So if you like content like this, make sure you head over to fstoppers.com. You can check out this post and the entire poll. And if you want to check out our full-length tutorials, head over to fstoppers.com/store, where we have a bunch of photography tutorials. You, Josh, also have a bunch of tutorials. What is your website?
Fulltimephotographer.com.
Oh, that's a good URL.
Yeah,
fulltimephotographer.com. And so people that have not seen your work, your tutorials are based on what?
Based on it's compositing. So not everything, but the majority of stuff I do is compositing, and I teach, lighting setups, but yeah, commercial work, children, product, interior, all those around.
Very cool stuff. Check out his Instagram too, because you have some really awesome stuff on there.
Thank you.
So we will see you guys soon with another challenge here in Puerto Rico.